Hi guys, so I've gotten some questions on how to use the graphing tool within this Myopenmath, so I'm just going to show you on a couple of the graphing questions. Just a quick note, if you guys have questions for any of the homework that you're working on, make sure to grab a screenshot of the problem that you're looking at and what it's marking wrong, because sometimes, especially with the graphing, I can look at your screenshot and see what's wrong, and sometimes it's like maybe you're just the sensitivity of the graph is a little off, so it helps me to know, like, are you mathematically wrong about something, or maybe there's a little bit of sensitivity and there's settings within the problem that I can kind of adjust. So anyway, let's take a look at some of the graphing questions. 1.2 would be the first graphing. So graph the equation f of x equals 1 by completing a table of values. Basically, what they want you to do is graph this line. So I can tell that it's a line. It's going to be like having y equals 1, because y equals f of x is usually your y-axis. So when you see that f of x equals 1, that means that all of your outputs are equal to 1. So I know it's going to be a line because we've seen, in the module what vertical and horizontal lines look like. So this is going to be a horizontal line, y equals 1. So I'm just going to choose a couple points using the line tool. And so you make sure that this little line tool is selected here, and then you plot the red points. Okay, there's two that looks good, and I have a horizontal line at 1. So go ahead and submit. And there we go. Okay, let's take a look next at number 8. I believe that is another graphing one. Okay, so this one, the graph is a lot smaller, and we might want to blow up the zoom a little bit. Let's see if I can zoom us in a tad, just to get it a little more sensitive. Okay, so negative 3x, I'm going to plug in my x values. That gives me 3. This would give me 0. This would give me negative 3. And yeah, then none of that's applicable here. So just checking. 3, 0, negative 3 looks good. Okay, so the easiest points for me to plot, I'm going to make sure I have my line tool selected, and I'm going to plot the origin, 0, 0, and then 1, negative 3. Okay. And hopefully that is close enough. This line tool for some of them it's a little more, like, it helps you position it, and for others it doesn't. Looks like that was close enough and looks good. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's see if there's a piecewise function. There is one homework problem that is the most annoying to graph, and I believe we're going to hit it next week when we get to chapter 2. So I'll just save, when we get to piecewise functions, in order to get your graph marked right, there is like one little tweak that you have to do for piecewise functions that's kind of counterintuitive about how you have to plot the points. But anyhow, I will get to that next week when we cover piecewise functions. Okay, so we'll do one more graphing one just to make sure the graphing tool is looking good. I can tell this is going to be a line again, so no need to use the parabola or absolute value or circle tools. Going to stick with that line tool, and it looks like this is a line that has a slope of 1/2 and a y-intercept of negative 2. So I'll go ahead and plot the y-intercept, and then the rise being 1 for every 2 units means I'll go up 1 for every 2 I go to the right. So looks like that is good. Okay, looking good. So that's all we have for the graphing tool for now, and hopefully that was helpful.